Hello everyone, this is Saurabh and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is a part 2 video of some thoughts that I wanted to share with you all about, and I couldn't because of numerous reasons. And today I just wanted to recover that particular thought, particular emotion, and just want to talk about it. Uh, I think some of you would remember what I was talking about. Some of you won't. Even I don't completely. But without any further ado, let's start. So I wrote in my notepad one day that now I feel like everything is connected to everything. All my previous experiences were building a destiny for me to encounter something better or something beautiful or something worthy. So yes, this thing I wanted to talk about, but since I couldn't, but still again certain things happened to me, and they just reminded me of making or coming up with this video. So today morning, I quickly rushed to come to the library because uh, the breakfast was not yet served, and I didn't wanted to waste some time waiting for it to be cooked. So I just came beforehand packing all of my stuff quickly, and in that process, what happened that I forget to bring my bottle. And I had just a 500 rupees note, and the shopkeeper had just opened his shop and he didn't wanted to give me. So I was without any water. But then I found a plastic bottle in my table, and I washed it and I fill it in that filter. That's a very small thing, but the same plastic bottle was there in my table for almost 2 days, and every time it was used by me only, and I kept on thinking about throwing it away again and again, but I was too lazy maybe, or I couldn't find the dustbin. And I was actually pretty annoyed of watching that bottle because the table was already too much claustrophobic with so many books and notebooks. But I some for reason I didn't throw it, and today it was of a very good use for me. Otherwise, I had to stay without water for around 1 and 2 hours. So that's a very small incident, but these type of incident has happened to me again and again and again for a long period of time. Like very small incidents, very small encounters, that stay with me, that teach me something. And I at that particular time I have absolutely no idea that how much they will affect or how much they will be needful for me in the future for something better. So I'll just give you an example of my research topic. It's on eco horror or eco gothic. When I first started it, I just randomly was reading some papers on Stephen King. And there was a paper written on eco horror as depicted in Stephen King's novels, and I just very naturally got interested in that topic, and I really wanted to create something out of it. And I thought that maybe I should pursue this for research because it's connected a lot with so many things that I read for my everyday life, in my everyday life, and also the things that I've done previously, like bringing awareness on like uh, ecological anxiety, you can say ecological destruction. I have done a few mural paintings together, and I have been a horror fan since childhood. So and I can talk about like numerous circumstances from our life, thousands and thousands, not thousands, hundreds of circumstances from my life where I have felt this exact same thing, like little dots connecting together towards producing something very very much of value or very much of worth. And I think now I understand it, and now I can actually read the patterns as I experience, as I go through them. And maybe that is why now whenever something bad or something upsetting happens to me or my life, I think that maybe it's for something better, maybe it's for something more worthy, maybe it's for something that needs sacrifice, and that needs that dedication, and that needs that upsetting moment, or that needs some that anxiety. And I think if you see in your today everyday life, or if you see in reality, there are so many things in our lives, that are truly big, that are truly radical, but they ask for so much of your dedication and sacrifice. Nothing really comes that easily these days, because there is so much competition, and there is like there are so many available resources, and everyone is you know aware of them, and everyone can do the things that you do. And so what makes you stand out is that how much you can go, at what, until what end are you ready to push yourself, and until how much, or until at what situation are you ready to maintain your self peace or self patience. I'm jumbling up things, I'm so sorry, but yes, it's very raw, so it's very candid. And so that is why I feel that the little things, the upsetting things, or maybe the things that you feel extreme, that are extremely terrible for you currently, maybe are much more worth in the future. Maybe that they are the essential, very essential building blocks, tools for something that's greater than yourself, and that's very radical. And maybe that's for something, that's for a decision, or that's for a position that will bring a radical change, bring a vast change in your life. And maybe currently you should be patient enough, you should be grateful enough, and you should read through the patterns within each and every single day, rather than just let your emotions and let your terrible negative thoughts empower you. And this philosophy of everything connected to each other exists every single way. It's like a web of net, everything connected to each other. And the more you read yourself, and the more you read your circumstances, both happy and sad ones, you will realize that each and every single of them has a part, or has a division that's connected to something else, something other. And maybe that's human life, that is how stories are made, that is how everything goes in a sequential or order, despite amidst the chaos. And maybe that is how a novel is written, by chapters, that comprising of chapters, and every chapter taking something very different, and in the end connecting everything in the conclusion. Yes, that's what I wanted to talk about. And if you are upset for your today, if you are upset for all the things that are happening to me, you have the complete right to be upset. But just keep in mind that you have to be very objective towards this, or towards these scenarios, and take very much lessons, a lot of lessons, and bullet points from it, analyze them deeply, and keep them in mind in your future, as you try to create or do something new. And that way you won't only will be more, I don't know, more peaceful, or more, you would be a you would be a person with much more wisdom, and with much more calmness and inner peace. But you will also gather so much information inside of you, that are not written completely in the books, that only come with self experiences and that are extremely personal to you. And so yes, that's what I want to talk about. I'm so sorry for this jumbled video, but yes, that's how it is going to be for some time, at least now, for 4 to 5 months. I will be very raw. Whatever comes to my mind, I'll just put it out here. I'll try to find my time to make these videos. And thank you for watching. I'll see you again with some of more of my intuitive thoughts. Until then, take care. Bye bye.